Hello everybody, my name is Kayla Rochelle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is your go-to place for practical solutions to mental health struggles and challenges. Now today we're diving into the topic that's often overlooked, mental health in the world of celebrities. Despite the glitz and glamour, celebrities are not immune to mental health issues. Now, in fact, they may be more susceptible due to the pressure and the scrutiny that they face. Today, we're going to explore why this happens and why celebrities often struggle with what they need. Recent research shows that celebrities are more likely to suffer from mental health issues compared to the general population. This is due to a variety of factors, including the pressure to maintain a public image, the lack of privacy, and the irregular schedules that come with the job. Let's delve deeper into the subject. Now, despite their resources, celebrities often struggle to find adequate support for their mental health issues. The stigma surrounding mental health continues to exist. Why? The fear of damaging their reputation and the lack of understanding to the public can make it difficult for them to seek help. Let's take, for example, Lady Gaga's mental health. We all know about this. She's been out about it for a while. She's brave enough to speak on the topic.
I had a revelation that I had to be empowered to be myself today more than ever, to resist the standards of dressing to impress, but to use what really matters, my voice. After I was assaulted when I was 19, I changed forever. Part of me shut down for many years. After I shared what happened to me with very powerful men in this industry, nobody helped me. No one offered me guidance or a helping hand to lead me to a place where I felt justice. They didn't even point me in the direction of the mental health assistance I was in dire need of. Then I had to go to the doctor because I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then I was diagnosed with PTSD and fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, trauma. These are just a few examples of the forces that can lead to this tornado of pain. So what I would like to say is, let's work together to beckon the world towards kindness. I want to see mental health become a global priority. 1 in 4 people in the world suffer from mental illness. 300 million people suffer from depression. 60 million people live with bipolar affective disorder. 23 million people are stricken with schizophrenia, and 800,000 people die every year from suicide. In low and middle income countries, between 76 and 85% of people with mental disorders receive no treatment at all. In high income countries, between 35 and 50% of people are in the same situation. The people in this room and the people that you have in your network have the power to turn kindness into plutonium and change the world.
I always find it fascinating what celebrities choose to use their platform to promote. And here in this case, we see that Lady Gaga talks about the statistics, and what her prayer is, her hope is that the world would become more welcoming or supportive to those who suffer from mental illnesses. Let's not stop there. Here we have Spider-Man. Tom Holland talks about
something that did really upset me. I was in New York, I was shooting The Crowded Room, and I was having a really hard time with the job just because of how taxing it was, the emotional capacity that I was having to get to every day. And I decided to delete my Instagram because I just felt like I was so addicted to this kind of false version of my life that it was just taking over. I would be on set working, I'd come and sit in my chair and just scroll. And it was becoming a problem. I was just obsessed with it, and I was obsessed to find out what people were saying and what they thought about me. So I decided to make an announcement, which unfortunately we have to do, and say that I'm taking a break from social media. And I tried to position myself and say, like, I'm taking a break from social media because I feel like my mental health will benefit from it. And the thing that really upset me is the press ran with that, and they tried to make out that I was having this mental breakdown. And what upset me was, if I was having a mental breakdown, that's not for you to report on. They took the story in the wrong direction, and they painted, again, this negative light on mental health. Rather than saying, oh, he's doing it, it's okay that he's doing it, so we should all feel okay to do it too. They were saying, oh look, he's not the perfect happy-go-lucky kid you think he is. He's having a nervous breakdown in New York. And I think that was a really unfair line of journalism, let's say, because I just think it, again, kind of painted people looking for help in the wrong light, if you know what I mean.
They're your friendly neighborhood kid, a story that we can all relate to. Now, to some degree, we all long to be appreciated and feel worth something in our lives. And in Tom Holland's example, we hear his desire and his care for what people were saying in the comment section. How many of y'all can relate? Come on, let's go somebody. It means something to feel appreciated by others. One final example, the woman who's been declared the most beautiful in the world 2 times claims that she hates her body. Meagan Fox shares her struggle with her self-image and perception of beauty.
You were vulnerable, opened up and talked about your body dysmorphia. Putting it out there, and for other women who are going through the same issues, how did you overcome that? How do you still overcome that, and what advice do you have?
I don't think I overcome it. It's why I'm extremely introverted and I don't do a lot of events. It is really hard for me. This morning was really hard for me, like working myself up into knowing where I was coming and what I was going to do. And it's also when you have to live that as a celebrity, where you know that every photo of you is analyzed down to like every eyelash and eyebrow hair and every acne scar. And you know that your faults are so, people comb through everything to find all the faults they can, instead of just being like, hey, this is a healthy, nice girl. You know, that's not something that is an option for me. So when you have something like any type of insecurities, but especially something like a body dysmorphia, that amplifies that and makes it very difficult. So I have not overcome, but I am just functioning as best I can.
Here's what's fascinating about Meagan Fox's story is that we learn that the world teaches us to define our worth based on the kind of comments, exceptions, exhortations that we receive based on our looks. People, I want to tell you that your worth is a lot more than your external reflection, what people perceive about you externally. There's so much more to you than that. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, right? And a lot of times when I hear people talk about feeling worthless, when I ask the question, how do you define your worth? I get a lot of blank stares there. Most people have not done this work to define what their self-worth is, and yet they automatically deem themselves as worthless. Let me break this down for you further. Think about a diamond. A diamond has 4 pieces of criteria, I believe, to determine its worth. It's cut, color, clarity, and carat. If any one of these pieces of criteria were flawed in any way, the worth of the diamond then decreases. When we look at human nature, human characteristic traits, personality traits even, we can easily subject ourselves to the opinions of other people. I want to ask you, what is your criteria that you use to determine your worth? If you haven't even figured that out, stop calling yourself worthless. Find what criteria you would use to determine your worth and then go from there. These stories not only depict the severity of these issues, but they also show that it's okay to seek help and that mental health should be a priority for everyone, regardless of your status. Truth be told, mental health impacts every single one of us. We all have a brain, we all have emotions, and we all have encounters with people on a daily basis. So in conclusion, mental health issues within celebrities are more common than we think. I think because celebrities have a platform, we oftentimes see them as having it all together or people that have made it.
She has smashed the
And
world.
oh, how can we be so wrong? It's crucial that we continue to destigmatize issues around mental health. Just remember, it's okay to not be okay. And seeking help is a sign of strength more than it is a weakness. How do we know that? We've got Brené Brown, an American author and social worker, shout out fellow social workers, who has done a ton of research on vulnerability. And one of her powerful claims is that it actually takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable and share areas of weakness than it is a sign of weakness to be vulnerable. I know that sounded weird. It takes a lot of strength to share your deep, dark secrets about your emotions, your thoughts, and how you feel. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope that was helpful. If you found this video helpful in any way, be sure to hit the like button. It'll help this video out a lot and push this message out to more people, because just as we heard in the statistic, 1 out of 4 people struggle with mental health issues. We need to get more help out there. I want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want practical tips for mental health and relationships. I'll see you all in the next one.